I don't feel as productive today. So I feel like I gotta do something. And the one thing that I've always wanted to do, which I have done in the past, is make a little recap of the shit that I listened to this month. Problem is, the thing about like album listening and like listening to music, I still love doing it. I just I don't I think I'm losing my hobby. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm happy because aside from my hobby, I I'm working in organizations that work on music in the music industry, so it's fun. But I've listened to 6 albums this month. It's the 26th of June 2026. Um, Only 6 in 26 days, which is kind of sad, but you know, we move on. It's like a seasonal thing. Currently, I'm very deep into films. Watching a lot of films recently. I watched Tui today. I watched Failsafe by Sidney Lumet and 127 Hours by Danny Boyle with James Franco. Two pretty cool films, I can say. Failsafe is an amazing film. 127 entertaining. But yeah, let's talk about the albums that I listened to this month. First of all, in the 2nd of June, I listened to On the Corner by Miles Davis, which is a pretty big jump on what I know jazz is and what it's supposed to be. It's released in 1972, so it's pretty not late in Miles Davis's career, but it's pretty and he was in this like a experimental run, I guess, doing a lot of fusion and stuff, doing a lot of experiments, moving away from the jazz that we know he makes during the 60s and the 50s. I don't really know a lot about Miles Davis, so I'm basically talking out of my ass, but this album is weird. And it's pretty polarizing too because I see a lot of people say that they don't like this album, and I see why. I absolutely know why. I don't want to feel like I'm doing something pretentious. I don't want to feel like I'm lying to myself when I talk about this album, but I kind of like it. Not kind of. I actually do like it a lot. It's not one of my favorite Miles Davis. It's not one of my favorite jazz albums or whatever, but it's a pretty good album. It's weird. It's repetitive. It's rhythmic. It's like I think I heard a little bit about it being a more of a so basically Miles Davis did a lot of more experiments with how he processes the sounds of what he records more than doing the experiments on the on how he plays the instruments. So he's doing a lot of post recording experimentation, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's repetitive. It's weird. It's screechy. It's definitely something different from especially in this year 1972. Next up, I listened to Krisye Erasjarat and Suryo Prayogo's Resesi, released in 1983. I listened to this in June 3rd, 2026. This is a really great album. It's probably my second best Krisye album, besides Badai Pasti Berlalu. I haven't listened to a lot of Krisye albums. I haven't really delved deep into his discography. Maybe I should. I should actually. I definitely should. He's like the essentials. But one of these days, maybe just by time we'll listen to a lot more Krisye albums. But this one is my favorite so far. Besides Badai Pasti Berlalu, this one's a little bit more poppy. It's a little bit more radio friendly, I guess. It's very political too. Not very political. To be fair, it is. It is a political album. It's fun. It's the messages are pretty critical, pretty conscious, I guess you could say. Pretty good. Next up, 5th of June 2026, I listened to Languidity by Sun Ra, released in 1978. I read about this a little bit while I was listening to it, I think, and I think if I remember correctly, the term is Afrofuturism, which is a very cool like name for a like a type of genre, like a type of like a type of musical genre. Afrofuturism, very cool. The album is Um, more, I guess ambient. I don't know. That's probably the worst way to describe this album, but it's jazz. It's a jazz album. It's Sun Ra. He's known to be very spiritual when it comes to making music, making jazz, making albums and stuff. And so this album is pretty spiritual, pretty soothing, pretty smooth, pretty relaxed, experimental as well, but it's a calm experimental, um, what else can I say about the album? Oh yeah, it's also very like, I think it brings up like like spaces and like aliens as a, like, basically outer world stuff in the album, which is pretty interesting. It's released in 1978, so it's a pretty post. It has a very post 60s sound. Next up is an album that I had very high expectations going forward to it. It's Eat a Peach by the Allman Brothers. Released released in 1972. I listened to this in the 6th of June 2026. It's a fun album. It's not really that mind blowing. I was really debating on whether I should listen to Neil Young. I think on that date I was listening to a lot of Neil Young, and I figured, oh yeah, I had a conversation with Rezon, I think, a couple of days before I listened to this album about blues and stuff, and so, I figure, why not? Let's just listen to a blues album. I listened to Eat a Peach. It's a pretty good album. It's a good album, and it's really good actually. But it's nothing really blows my mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm not into deep stuff like that. But I mean, it's not like deep blues or anything. It's just blues rock, like folk. And I respect the Allman Brothers because, like, someone said that it's country rock in a way that country rock without, like it's country rock without the fucking, like, Confederacy imagery, racist fucking I'm like a redneck, blah 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 blah. None of that bullshit. It's just purely like, we like to play country and we like the blues. I think the drummer is also a black guy, which is pretty. I don't know if it's rare or anything, but like for a country rock album that does a lot of, twang, I'm from the South kind of thing, I think it's pretty cool. Next up, the 9th of June 2026, I listened to The Groove, Ko Ingin. Amazing fucking album. You know what? I can safely say this is one of the best 90s album. Best Indonesian 90s album. It's so fucking fun. It's funky. It's smooth as hell. It's romantic. It's like, oh my god. Crazy. I listened to this on the train, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Or maybe I was listening to a track on repeat in the train. And then something clicked in my brain. I was like, oh shit, I gotta listen to this album. I think that's what happened, if I remember correctly. Yeah, amazing album. I love this album so much. The Groove, Ko Ingin, Dahulu, Segenap Cintamu, Satu Mimpiku, amazing tracks. Next up, a couple of days ago, 19th of June 2026, I listened to Brian Eno, Another Green World, released in 1975. I am pretty shocked that I haven't listened to this album on the 6 years of me, actively listening to music. Never listened to this album ever. Amazing album, amazing fucking album. Very not very experimental. I keep using the word experimental. It's pop. It's art pop basically. It's pop that, I don't know. Brian Eno is known for like his more ambient stuff. I guess in the 80s and the 70s. That's what I know him as. So listening to this, you can see, and I've also listened to Here Comes the Warm Jet, so I can see like the transition between him making like art pop, like art rock stuff, and the ambient stuff. It's the transition between those eras are very prevalent in this album right here, Another Green World, and I also very like the artwork. Very cool artwork. I fucking love this album so much. This is probably one of the greatest, not one of the greatest, my personal favorite art pop album from the 70s. I gave it a 5. Amazing album. That's pretty much it. It's a 9-minute okay. I feel very okay. I feel pretty productive. I gotta go now. I'm going to Nikas. Bye bye.